Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm literally just doing a quick get ready with me whilst answering some of your questions. I'm not going into depth like with what I'm wearing, what makeup I'm doing or anything like that. It's just literally me doing my everyday makeup whilst answering some of your questions that you sent on my Instagram story. So if you want to get to know me a little bit more, want to know what I'm about, and obviously see me do my everyday makeup, then keep watching. Okay, there's a few questions here that I got from, like, I put it on my Instagram story that I'm doing a get ready with me, and if people can just ask me questions. First one's actually quite a good one. Where did your interest in makeup stem from? I've always been interested in makeup, like ever since I was really young. I used to like go rummage through my mum's makeup, like literally every little single bit, and be so excited about anything that I found. Obviously as I got older, it just became more and more of a passion slash hobby. I love to learn as well, so like I'm never stopping to learn new things. I never say like how amazing I am, because I think like everyone can always learn more and more, like especially if you're really interested in something. I've just realised like doing this, I'm not a very good multitasker. Like just then I just answered my first question and I'm just like, I don't know how to answer more now. I'm trying to focus on doing my makeup. I'm going out. I'm seeing my best friend ever. We're going to Winter Wonderland, Offie. That's like where I live. If you know me, you know that I literally love Winter Wonderland. Like that's my favourite place ever. How do you get over your ex? Oh my god, that's a hard one, man. Like, obviously the main thing is just time. I've been in long-term relationships quite a few times. I've been in maybe 3 long terms and like a couple that are like short terms, but they still hurt just as much. Like when you love someone and you do anything for them and then they break your heart, like what can you do? Like it's basic human instincts. You're gonna be upset and destroyed for a little while. But the thing is, it is time, and like obviously the more attached you are to them, the more time it takes to get over them. But I think the main thing to do is just don't correspond with them, like, because the more you talk to them and the more you're letting them interfere in your life, you're not letting yourself get over them at all. Like they're still pretty much part of your life, and you're gonna give yourself like this, oh, like we're gonna be together in a few months, we'll be fine, and that's not gonna happen. Breakups are so hard, it's not gonna be easy to get over them. I'm not saying that. There's so many people out there. You've lived most of your life alone, you can do it again. Like you don't need anyone. Focus on your friends, to be honest. Like your friends are the ones that are gonna stick around, not your fucking boyfriend. But I'm going on a rant now. But honestly, the best way to get over your ex is to just, one, cut off all communication with them. You can't be friends with your ex. And if you are, it will have to be a long time down the line, like a couple months at least. You can't be friends with your ex if you still have feelings for them. You can't. It's just wrong. Also, please do not get a rebound. That is the worst thing you could do. If you're still emotionally so involved with your ex and you feel like you can never get over them, don't start anything with anyone else, because that's not fair on them. And also you should learn to love yourself by yourself. I'm chill by myself, man. Like you don't need someone. Everyone always has this perception in their head that they need someone. There's actually a really good comedian, Daniel Sloss, who does this like little show on Netflix called Jigsaw. So it's like a 3-part thing. There's one that's Jigsaw, one that's something else, one that's, or maybe there's 2. It's 2 or 3 things. But watch the Jigsaw one and then you realise, like, why am I with this person? If you have to change anything about yourself or change anything in your life to suit around one person, what the fuck are you doing? Watch that fucking show. You watch that show, girl. You'll see what I mean. I'm taking so long to answer these questions, my phone keeps locking, like, and I'm like, whoa. Were your eyebrows always on fleek? No. Look at my eyebrows. Got a massive slit in this one because I was drunk and cut it open. They just don't grow. The tails don't grow. They grow, like I haven't waxed them in ages. Definitely not. They were not always on fleek, and they still are not takes a lot of time and effort for my brows, man. Sorry I'm sniffing, by the way, I don't feel very well. Like, I feel like I'm getting cold. Baking my face, bake. I literally have to bake my face. Otherwise, I'm an oil slick all day. So whilst my face is baking in the oven, let's read another question. How do you love yourself? Oh, if only I knew, sweetie. If you don't have that little part of yourself where you just dislike what you do in yourself, you would be the most arrogant person. I was just gonna say a really rude word. You know what it is. Everyone needs to have that little thing of themselves where they don't like themselves slightly, because it pushes you to be a better person, it pushes you to do new things, it pushes you to be better. I don't think anyone loves themselves fully. The best thing to do is just accept who you are, accept where you are at the moment. Thing is, social media is what, like, I don't want to be all like this, social media is so bad for your mental health. I used to care so much what people thought. I used to care how many likes I get on my photo. Like, I literally would delete a photo if it doesn't get as many likes. I just don't care anymore. I'll upload what I want to upload. If I think I look good, I'll upload it. I don't care what anyone thinks. You are who you are. Who cares what anyone thinks? So the best thing to do is just stop comparing yourself to other people. Social media is a killer for that. This is what bugs me. Everyone's looking at photos of models and social influencers and thinking, why don't I look like that? Why can't I be like that? At the end of the day, you're comparing how you look in real life in front of the mirror when you've just had 5 fucking fat slices of pizza and a whole litre of Coke, and looking at yourself like I'm a fat shit whilst you're breaking out because you're on your period and you're bloated anyways, and you're thinking, why don't I look like that? Exactly, they don't even look like that. That's them on their best day with a bit of editing from Facetune, with a bit of a filter from Instagram, with all their money as well. Bro, if I had as much money as celebrities, I'd be getting all these facial peels, all these eyebrow microblading. It's money and like just Facetune. Thing is, even them, they probably look at someone that's got one little thing better than them and comparing themselves still, like, why don't I have this, why don't I have that? Why is my waist bigger than theirs? You know, it's just like, who actually cares? Anyways, I got really far away from the point. The point was, you're not gonna love yourself if you're just constantly comparing yourself to everyone else and constantly thinking you're not good enough compared to everyone else that you see on social media, TV, everything. It's not realistic. I feel like I need a drink now, man. I'm talking too much. Anyways, I don't know how else to say that. Like, that was bloody long. Oh, I'm reading through them. I'm gonna do this one because I'm just about to do my brows. It says, show me how you do your brows. Okay, girl, I will. Okay, how I do my brows is like, I go in with Gimme Brow. This is a number 3. Like, wait, it's not. There we go, Gimme Brow. It's number 3. I normally go with 5, but I just got this from work, so I'll go in with the 3 because my 5 is so dried up. Yeah, I just go through like this. And I just brush it up. As you can see. Next, I go in with my 24-hour brow setter. Everything I'm using is Benefit. To be fair, it's not even just because I work for them at the moment. It's because Benefit are the best with brows. But yeah, I'm just brushing them through. Okay, so my camera decided to cut out. I don't know if this is the right angle, but what I did is I just added like a few pencil strokes. I made the tail a bit longer, and yeah, I've done it now. But I can do it on the other brow. It's kind of hard to show, but like, just like so. Just adding a few strokes. This one I've got a massive scar, so I kind of just fill that out with the Precisely. I'm just elongating the tail a little bit, making it come out. And then I just get my NARS concealer, pop a bit on the back of my hand, really lightly, go underneath. I can't be bothered to do them properly anymore. Inspired you to get your latest tattoo? Ooh, what inspired me? Well, nothing really. I always wanted a tattoo of a tiger, and I wanted a thigh tattoo to level out my arm. I always wanted a tiger tattoo because in the Chinese New Year I am a tiger, hence the cherry blossom around it. Tiger's my favourite animal as well. That's literally the extent of it. Nothing deeper, I'm afraid. Worst date you ever been on? Do you know what? I haven't been on many bad dates. There's this one, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm not a superficial person. This guy on the pictures, right? Super muscly, looks like he went gym every single day. He was a bit older. I think he was like 30 or 32 or something, I don't know. So the first weird thing, right, I sent him my CV because he had a recruiting business. I didn't realize my address was on the CV. I don't know if this is weird, right, but I found it a bit weird. He literally just chose my address off of my CV, which I found really weird. He was like, sent me a message, I'm outside. I was like, what? I was like, how do you have my address? He was like, off your CV. I was like, oh my god, I found that really weird. And I was like, oh, I didn't even realise it was on there. I was like, okay, well, I'm not ready, like, give me a couple minutes. So like 10 minutes later, I went down, he was just waiting there in his car. I got in the car and I look at him and I'm like, oh my god, dad bod. Like, even his face didn't look like his photos. And I was like, am I gonna get in this man's car? But I did, because I'm stupid. Now I would never tell someone to pick me up from my house for this exact reason. I'm just like, oh my god, he could have kidnapped me. I thought, oh well, at least he's gonna take me to a really nice place, because he made it sound like we were going to a bar or something. He takes me to a fucking like local-ish pub and I was like, what is this? He's like, have you eaten? I was like, yes, because you told me that we were going for like drinks. So he was like, oh well, I haven't eaten all this. I'm like, okay, well, what do you want me to do about it, you know? And then we sit down and he's like proper touchy-feely and I was like, what? I was literally feeling sick, like as if he's a sugar daddy or something, but he's not paying me. He kept like joking with me because I can be quite dopey with things I say sometimes. It's kind of put me down for it and I felt like going, just shut up. Oh my god. And he made a comment about a catfish or something as well and I was looking at him like, mate, you're a catfish yourself. And then he tried to get me to go back to his. He was like, oh, because the pub was closing and I was like, thank god for that, like I get to go home. He was like, oh, shall we go back to mine like for some drinks and stuff? And I was like, no. And I think he knew that I was just like, get off me, like just drop me home, you know? And yeah, I was just like, no, like I'm not going to your house on the first date, no way. Even if he was paying, I'd say no. Don't go on a date with an older man that looks fucking unreal in his pictures because he's a catfish. I was just like, I'm never doing this again. And you know what's weird? He never messaged me after and I never messaged him. I think he knew that I was just like, oh my god, this is horrible. What's the best date you've ever been on? Oh, wow. The best date I've ever been on is one that I planned myself with my ex because it was actually really romantic. We went to this French, because it was for his birthday, went to this like French restaurant that I chose. Like, and it was all a surprise as well. He had no idea where we were going. I obviously paid for everything because I'm a nice girlfriend. The food was amazing. It was one of the chefs that are like famous. I can't remember his name. And then after that, I had booked us tickets to go to that late night London aquarium. It is so stunning. And it's just a bit different. Like, I hate going on dates that are just like same. They play like really calming music, the lights are dimmed and it's just really nice. And you get like alcoholic drinks and you get to sit as well. You get to sit in front of the large like area where the sharks and stuff are. Obviously there's no screaming kids running around because it's 18s and over. So that was my best date I've ever been on. This is so stupid. Would you rather marry Trump or Boris? They're like the same person but the English and American version of each other. They're both fucking idiots. I'd probably say Boris because he's like a bit more dopey. Like Trump is just such a nasty person. Like I can't even with him. What's your favourite TV show? I don't know. Like as in, it depends what like genre. I have loads. I'm gonna just go off Netflix because that's what everyone uses. Obviously Rick and Morty, everyone knows that's like one of my favorite series. Thriller wise, I really like The Sinner. That's an amazing, if you haven't watched it, watch The Sinner. I don't know what else. I really love Dexter. That's like the one about the serial killer. But they've taken it off Netflix now, but that was amazing. Oh, and Breaking Bad. That's amazing. Basically the ones that everyone loves, but yeah. I keep loading it. So more questions are coming up. So confusing. What's the hardest part of doing makeup? In my opinion, hardest part of doing makeup for me is, for myself, acne coverage. Not so much now, but when I did have acne, I used to get really distressed about it because there's only so much you can do with texture rather than color coverage. And I used to get very stressed out and very paranoid that everyone can see it. So that was the hardest part of makeup for me. Just constantly trying to cover it up as much as I can, and then covering it up too much and it looking cakey and stuff like that. And I'd say on other people, eyeliner, because eyeliner is a funny one, you know. It really depends on your eye shape. So I know how to do eyeliner myself. Obviously I know my eye shape. I'd say that's the hardest part about makeup with other people, is looking at their eye shape and seeing how eyeliner goes for them. Because you put it in the wrong place, just a tiny little bit, and it can make their eyes look just so weird. Too close together, too small, too far apart. I think that's the hardest thing, like, to do on someone else. What's your favourite hairstyle you've done? Oh, you've had. Oh, so that means like from a hairdresser. Do you know what? I do like my fringe and I like it a bit darker. For winter, autumn, whatever. But I do miss my blonde, my bleach blonde hair. Like, I do miss it. It's just that it was just in such bad condition. Like, I needed it darker. Otherwise, it would have just like broken. When summer comes, I think I'm gonna go lighter again and maybe still keep my fringe. I did like my long hair when I did have it, but it's just such a pain in the ass because it just takes forever and ever to dry, and the amount of shampoo and conditioner you get through as well. Long thing. So yeah, I do prefer the short hair, definitely. That's my favourite. The colour wise, I do like it really blonde. Fuck the end up there. I don't know, like, I like it both ways, but maybe for summer I'll go with my blonde hair, have a fringe as well. Are you single? Are you single and ready to mingle? Yes. But am I ready to mingle? I don't know. So yeah, I guess I am single. For anyone asking. I'm joking. I'm okay on my own, you know. I don't need to be with someone, so yeah. I'm all good in the hood. Don't know what to wear now. Let me be right back. Okay, so I'm wearing this. I've just got like a little bum bag here. Just my long furry coat that I got from Primark. Just with my Adidas shoes. Just there. Take this off. So that's the cropped hoodie. So yeah, just cozy outfit. Like, I like to go cozy to Winter Wonderland, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Thank you so much for watching my full video. Really appreciate it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and a subscribe. And also all my social media is linked down below. I'll try and link that Daniel Sloss thing below. I don't know if I can though, but I'll try and find a link for it. I'm gonna have loads of fun now, so I hope to see you guys in my next video. Ciao.